My loyal peasants. It is once again James Flemington, and this is the weekly interview, and I'm here with Poncho. Poncho, how are you doing, sir? Well, first of all, James, man, it's honor to be interviewed by you, and once again, congrats on your press conference on Monday. Oh, man. Let me ask you, first of all, let me look at my notes here. But recently, you've lost your number one spot, but you regained it when new freestyle came out. Talk a little bit about that. Oh man, I'm telling you what, goodness. Yeah, recently lost the number one spot when the 60-second music video was released. People was shocked at the ending. I was shocked at the ending as well. We all had fault in the 60-second music video, like, because it was supposed to be released this past spring, but didn't get released to October for one. And number two, we all could have done a better job as far as time and stuff, because this was the biggest music video of the year, 60 seconds. So that put me down a lot whenever that music video was released. But when I had the boys in the hood freestyle, run me right back up to number one. So still, I'm number one right now. I lost my number one spot for about 2 or 3 weeks, but when the Boys in the Hood freestyle came out, put my numbers right back up. So I'm number one as of right now online. Oh, very fascinating, my friend. But now let's get on to the point. You said that you want something special to be done on February 13th, 2016. Explain a little bit about that. Yes, man. February 13th is going to be an honorary classical moment for me, because I'm going to be in the game with 5 of the best student athletes that I've ever seen. And in the process, I said a few hours ago that I want every single basketball varsity player that's ever played for the University of Pikeville, past and coaches as well, like the teams from last year, this year, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, every single Upike basketball varsity athlete that's ever stepped foot on the court. I want you to come to this game February 13th, 2016, but not only you, but the former coaches as well, because we are going to make history. Oh man, I'm telling you what, this reminds me of Power Rangers Super Mega Force or Power Rangers Mega Force 1, where all the Power Rangers came together. Man, oh man. Yeah, James, oh wow, what an episode that was with all the Power Rangers coming together. You know, the Power Rangers started off with Mighty Morphin, then moved to Alien, then Zeon, then went all the way down to Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force, and then all these years later, here comes Super Mega Force in 2014. And the way they ended that final series, that final episode, where all the Power Rangers from generations fought together, that's a moment in history you can never replace. And now they have Dino Charge and Earth Savers, and you can't replace a classic, especially with that big episode like that. That's something you can never duplicate again unless you had a reunion or something. But I got a little surprise for everybody. In 2017, if things work out and everything, I'm going to try to have a Power Rangers theme song finalized. I'm going to try to do a Power Rangers theme song. Don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Got to find the right rhythm and find the right Power Rangers. And I think they're going to have a new Power Rangers in 2017. So if that goes viral, my Power Rangers theme song goes viral, man, that really will launch my career from there. But there's a moment in history that nobody's ever seen in Power Rangers. There's one Ranger. What if in 2017 there was an Orange Ranger? Think about it. We've had the Red Ranger, the Green Ranger, the Blue, Yellow, White, Pink, Black, Gray, but we've never seen an Orange Ranger. So that's a moment right there in history. And that'll really bump the Power Rangers level back up to here. Because people are going to be fascinated and they're going to be ready to see what the new Ranger could do. So if I have a theme song ready, hey, Power Rangers will definitely get back in the right track. Oh, Poncho, I definitely gotta agree with you. That'd be special if they had a surprise ranger, a ranger that we've never seen before. And you're gonna be doing the theme song, 2017 Power Rangers theme song? Ah, fascinating. But now, the meaning of 537. Talk about the meaning of 537. Yes, James Flemington, the meaning of 537 is this. 5 is the number of group of people that I'm usually in, no more with 5 people hanging out with. And I want 5 points. A 3-pointer, and a 2-point shot or a layup or a dunk or something like that. The number 3 is the number in my household, me, mom, and Hunter. But it's also the number of friends that I usually hang around with, no more than 3. And it's also the number that's it's a trio, like a group called Legacy Evolution. I mean, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Gary Payton, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. A trio you can never break. You can never break their bond. And I want at least 3 blocks. And number 7. 7, I want 7 rebounds, but it's also God's number, because He has the magic number when it comes to 7. And it's also the number that when I was 7 years old, my grandma died. So it's a great memory for me. But I want 7 blocks as well. So 537, they'll be ready for February 13th of 2016. Oh, yes. And Miss Amazin. Who is this Miss Amazin? When is she coming? And like I said a month ago, Miss Amazin is beautiful. She's clean. She's smart. Great personality. Great attitude. And just a wonderful person to be with. And believes in God. Is saved by God. I mean, she is a wonderful person, Miss Amazin is. And I've been asked this question too many times. Who is Miss Amazin? I'm like, hey, Miss Amazin could be in Pikeville. Miss Amazin could be in Harlan County. Miss Amazin could be around the world somewhere. In fact, if my mind is correct and my brain is looking right, I see Miss Amazin as of right now. I do see Miss Amazin. I'm looking at her right now. But I've been asked, not only that, but multiple times, Poncho, are you going out with your friends, Cherie and Caitlin? Or are you going out with one of the two? And I've stated this plenty of times to James. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. But I am no way, shape, or form in a relationship with either Cherie or Caitlin. Bottom line is, they my best friends. They 2 of the best friends I've ever met here in Pikeville, besides Macari, Miz, and Twan. But it's not that they don't get a chance or they don't have a chance at me, of course. But it's the fact that I don't want to break their friendship, don't break their bondage. Because trust me, I have tried to date a girl and then tuck their best friend, which is not the smartest thing to do, James. But yeah, I have stated this many a time. So people, confirmation, I'm not going with either Cherie May or Caitlin Chauncey. So there's your confirmation. Because, okay, say if I was dating one of the two, 3 signs. Number 1, I would have held one of those two ladies' hands by now. We'd be holding hands. Number 2, I would be hugging my lady, whatever. And number 3, you would already know, because I would have told the whole world by now who I dated, either one of the two. But I'm not dating Cherie May or Caitlin Chauncey. So people, I appreciate this, but stop asking me if I'm dating one of the two, because I'm not dating either one. In fact, I'm not dating anybody that I've ever talked to try to get with. So Miss Amazin is out there, and I'm looking at Miss Amazin right now. But here's another thing, James, before we go. On February 13th, it's going to be a magnificent night. We are going to tear the house down, the men and women. But until the basketball game, until February 13th, 2016 comes, people in the audience, people around the world, people with headsets are going to be chanting, "We want Blazin, we want Poncho, we want Blazin, we want Poncho." They're going to hear that, and they're going to cheer that every single night, every single chance that there's a ball game, every single night that there is a Upike men and women's basketball game. You're going to be hearing, "We want Blazin, we want Poncho." It's going to be heard around the world. We're going to get the message sent, and we're going to trend this worldwide on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Facebook, whatever social media site you got. We're going to be chanting, "We want Blazin, we want Poncho," all over the world until February 13th comes, James Flemington, because I promise you this, we, the Upike students and athletes, are going to be ready, and we're going to be fired up.